Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Logic Medico. Today's topic for presentation is Verticalis linguale. It's one of the tongue muscle. So let's see this topic. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to get the latest notification of the videos which I upload. So the tongue has got a base, the posterior portion or the back portion, a tip, the anterior portion, two lateral borders which are facing on either side, one upper surface or the dorsum of the tongue, one lower surface or the ventral surface of the tongue. So in the tongue there are two types of muscles, basically two group of muscles, extrinsic muscles and intrinsic muscles. Extrinsic muscles are those which begin from one or other bone of the skull and ultimately reach the tongue, whereas intrinsic muscles are the muscles which are there within the tongue. So these intrinsic muscles are four pairs. Within the tongue there is one wall like this green color structure here, median fibrous septa. It's a connective tissue. So the whatever muscles I am going to describe now, they are always paired, means right side and left side. So first muscle is superior longitudinal. The muscle is extending from the base, that is the posterior portion, towards the tip, superior longitudinal. Next, inferior longitudinal, just parallelly and below this or deep to this, that is inferior longitudinal muscle. Transversus linguale, from the median fibrous septa, the common wall, towards the lateral margin. Transversus linguale. Verticalis linguale, from the upper surface of the tongue towards the lower surface. Upper surface is also called as dorsum, okay, towards the lower surface of tongue, which is called as ventral surface. So that is today's topic, verticalis linguale. So the intrinsic muscle will have one of the other following actions. So what are they? It can either lengthen the tongue or shorten the tongue. It can curl the tongue or uncurl the tongue. It can flatten the tongue or roundens the tongue, that is, it makes the surface of the tongue more convex. You can see the previous videos of mine where other tongue muscles are described. Coming to the today's topic, verticalis linguale muscle. Its location, it is an intrinsic muscle, so it is present within the tongue. So that is the location, it is present within the tongue. So coming to the origin and insertion. Origin, where it starts from, insertion, where it ends. So this muscle takes origin from the upper surface of the tongue, that is a mucous membrane of the dorsum of the tongue. It goes vertically downwards in the tongue, therefore it's called verticalis linguale. So it is going vertically downwards, it is attached to the lower surface of the tongue. So the lower surface of the tongue will be called as ventral surface of the tongue. So the origin is mucous membrane of the tongue surface, dorsal surface, correct, the upper surface. Insertion, again mucous membrane of the tongue, but this time this ventral surface or the lower surface. So coming to the action of this verticalis linguale, any guesses? What are the action possible options? It can shorten the tongue, lengthen the tongue, curl the tongue, uncurl the tongue, flattens the tongue, or makes it convex. If I squeeze this tongue from above downwards to bite your tongue, what can be the action? If you have guessed it lengthens the tongue, then it is correct answer. It elongates the tongue or lengthens the tongue. It also flattens, because when it squeezes from above downward, definitely it flattens. When it becomes flat, it obviously becomes more broader, like one chapati it will become, okay, it becomes more broader. So main action is it elongates the tongue. So once it is squeezed, obviously it becomes flat and broad, okay. I am sure that you like this cartoon. See this here, Tom and Jerry. See the Jerry, see the tongue is coming out like this. It's an exaggeration of this action of this verticalis linguale, wherein the tongue is elongated, flat and broad. It's making fun of Tom. Isn't it interesting? Verticalis linguale. Okay. Coming to the nerve supply of this muscle, verticalis linguale, one of the nerve which is coming below the tongue and supplying all the muscles of the tongue. It is 12th cranial nerve or hypoglossal nerve. This is the nerve which supplies all the muscles of tongue except this muscle. So all the muscles of tongue are supplied by hypoglossal except this muscle which starts from palate to the tongue. It's called palatoglossus. So this palatoglossus is actually supplied by 11th cranial nerve or the accessory nerve. whereas all the other muscles of the tongue are supplied by hypoglossal nerve or the 12th cranial nerve, including our verticalis linguae. Okay. Coming to the summary of today's topic, superior longitudinal, these are the intrinsic muscles. Okay, superior longitudinal muscle, inferior longitudinal muscle. When they contract, it will shorten the tongue. Transversus linguale, verticalis linguale. When they contract, transversus linguale squeezes the tongue from side to side. Verticalis linguale squeezes the tongue from above downwards. So when they squeeze the tongue, ultimately the length of the tongue will become longer. It elongates the tongue. So that is a summary of intrinsic muscles of the tongue. All these muscles will be supplied by one nerve which comes below the tongue. So we call it as hypoglossal nerve. Hypo means below, glossal means tongue. Nerve is axons of the neuron. So hypoglossal nerve or the 12th cranial nerve supplies this. Like and share this video with your family and friends. Don't forget to press the thumbs up button. Kindly subscribe and press the bell button to get the latest notification of all the videos which I upload. Thank you once again.